Hi folks, this is All the Fruit, and here I am in the old Botanic garden of the city of Marburg in Germany. About 50 years ago the city of Marburg made a new Botanic garden, so why am I even doing a video of the old Botanic garden? Well, the new Botanic garden is outside of town and it's really huge, about 20 hectares, 50 acres, so you need at least half a day to visit it. Well, the old Botanic garden is in downtown Marburg. It's a beautiful old park and you can visit it for free basically in half an hour if you are in a hurry. If you are not in a hurry, you can discover a lot of interesting stuff here. Well, here there used to be a garden for blind people because Marburg is the capital of blind people in Germany. But they removed it. I'm sure they're gonna redo it somewhere. Marburg is doing a lot to cater for blind people. Then, behind the ponds, there is a pharmaceutical garden because the pharmacy department is nearby. And maybe most important of all, the old Botanic garden, of course, has a ton of beautiful old trees. While the new Botanic garden just has a lot of small young trees. Unfortunately, a lot of the old trees I used to know 20 years ago are dying by now. There's also a selection of fruit and nut trees around here. Let's see how many we can find during a short video. Well, here is the European yew, a fruit tree for the brave, because every part except for the bright pink aril is highly toxic. Let's see what else we've got. The garden is basically arranged around a big pond. It has a lot of winding paths and trails. So basically you can go around the pond really quickly, or you can take a couple hours to do it. Here we have a Morus alba, a white mulberry. What have we got here? Well, lots of ornamentals. A nice little creek, tons of ducks and other waterfowl. Here's some hazelnut shrub, which looks has lost its hazelnuts. Here they are. The squirrels ate them, but you can already see the male flowers for the next year. Couple nice big old rhododendron. Some bearberries and some staphylea with edible little nuts. I think back there is an Osage orange maybe. I'm not gonna go there. Some quince tree behind it. There is some, well, those are the quinces. Oh, here, this house was, I think, for the students to privately make music, a place where you can be as loud as possible. Well, quinces, some ornamental apples, some sorbus, also with edible fruit. Quinces and apples are edible too, of course. Here in the middle, quite a nice lotus plum. Marburg is too cold to cultivate kaki plums comfortably, but you can cultivate the closely related lotus plum with cherry-sized kakis. Well, here in the background, in front of the ugly new building, there is a ginkgo tree, also with edible fruit. Edible fruit which I don't like so much. Here it is. The big tree in the background I'm pretty sure it's a beech tree, a European beech, also with edible nuts, although they seem to be slightly toxic. Oh, here we have some cherry. I think this should be Prunus serotina. Well, all those trees have their numbers, yeah. In German parks, every tree has its number, but nobody has bothered to put labels. So sometimes I have to guess what we have. Honey locust tree, also with edible fruit. Here we have, what was this? Kentucky coffee. People are supposed to be able to make coffee from the fruit. I've never tried it. And the honey locust pods are not ripe yet. A Decaisnea fargesi, a Chinese tree cucumber. Here in the background, some other ornamental cherry. I think this is a nice specimen of the mahogany cherry. Here we have the acorns of an American oak tree. Here the red leaves belong to another cherry. This could be Prunus padus. A cornel cherry, Cornus mas, which is not a true cherry. Here a couple toxic little fruit. Here we come to the little pharmaceutical garden. They have a small collection of plants to teach the pharmacy students without having to go all the way up the mountain. And in this collection at least, there are tons and tons of labels. A big hawthorn shrub. What is this in the background? There is some hops growing on this blackthorn. Blackthorn and hops are both, well, blackthorn fruit are edible. Hops is being used for beer. Oh, this is some Sorbus aucuparia, which is dying. What a pity. Well, the last 2 summers were pretty dry. Well, here you have the common European juniper, used to make gin and a lot of other alcoholic beverages. Why is it used to make alcoholic beverages? Well, basically it's too bitter and too astringent to eat fresh. Here I see a hackberry. Don't even know which one, but yeah, this could be the American one, Celtis occidentalis. Although the fruit look a little bit different. Well, definitely some hackberry, probably Celtis occidentalis, but not sure. Here, the European chestnut, Castanea sativa, with one of the first chestnuts lying on the ground. However, Marburg is not really a chestnut growing area like Heidelberg, so the few chestnuts they get here are not of good quality. Well, here we have a walnut without edible fruit. This is Pterocarya fraxinifolia. Basically, you have tiny walnuts with wings. If you scratch away everything soft from this fruit, in the middle you'll find a tiny walnut which is too small to be used. However, there are other useful walnuts here. Maybe they are those from this giant tree. Let me see, there was some interesting caria here, but also some black walnut. I think this should rather be the black walnut, a really huge tree for German standards. Oh no, this is actually some walnut hybrid. I'm not familiar with Jaglands bisbee. No idea what this is. I'm gonna try them out later. What I realize is that the outer skin is really glandulous and sticky. Yeah, the Caria tree is here. Well, almost 20 years ago I harvested some fruit. I think they were from this Caria tree here. Let's see, yeah, here they are. This is an American walnut species with pretty small fruit, but if you have enough of them, you can use them for food. Okay, folks, we are almost at the end of our round trip around the pond in the middle of the old Botanic Garden. This was a short overview. I'm sure if you take your time and walk around a little bit more, you will find a lot more interesting fruit and nut and other trees, and especially nice old trees in this Botanic Garden. So do visit it when you come to Marburg. Stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the Botanic Gardens of Marburg. And don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.